This is for the grade five. Basically, for today, we're going to speak about very important things which we need to look at. With a continuation of the producing of fertilizers, continuation of the producing of fertilizers, which is for grade fives. Week 11, we do week 11, student book. We'll do page 129 and 130 to 131. Basically, for the continuation of fertilizers, as we spoke about previously, this is about the fertilizers produced in the laboratory, which are called inorganic fertilizers. They are called inorganic fertilizers because they are not made from plants and animals. They are made from the factories, from chemicals. So you look at 129, they're starting with the chemical factories that make inorganic fertilizers, which is today in the present day. They gave us four things there, which is the nutrients that is used for the plants to grow faster. And also, they're also telling us that with these fertilizers, these plants are growing very quickly and they are strong with healthy roots and they get bigger also. They don't lose water as well. And the last point there, they also help farmers to use the land more efficiently. And you have a nice picture there at the bottom showing you the large farming land, which is producing crops or plants. Then on page 130, page 120, I've got environmental issues because some of these fertilizers, they're causing problems in our environment. They are the danger. So they're telling us that these are effects, which are the results of the environmental fertilizers. Because these fertilizers are very powerful and they provide good nutrients for the plants. They also, of which is for the plants will gain food in return. And also these fertilizers, they can also damage the balance of nutrients and life cycle in our environment. So these fertilizers are good for plants. They are also bad for the environment. So there's advantages, there's disadvantages. That's what they say there. And then they're given a nice picture on page 130 to see how the environment farming is happening there. They also speak to us about nitrogen. Nitrogen in the fertilizer can also cause environmental damage. So you can see that on page 130, nitrogen is an important component of fertilizers. Plants take it in, nitrogen from the soil. They need it to grow and produce green leaves. So those chemicals are very important. They helping the plants to grow and provide green leaves. They've given nice pictures on page 131, and they tell you exactly what is happening there with the rivers and the sea. Very nice. And also there with the plants that grows on the water, they also need nitrogen as well to feed themselves. And also there's another picture about the ocean where the other animals and plants die because there is not enough air for them. This causes dead zone in the sea and rivers. So you see the importance of air. Air is very important. We need to have air for all the things that are alive on earth, plants, animals, and human beings. So because of, and those animals and plants die because of not having enough air. And at the bottom of 131, they're telling us about some fertilizers contain chemicals that are poisonous to people and animals. Then some fertilizers are not good at all. They're good for plants. Now they are poisonous to us as humans and animals, okay? So we need to be very careful with that because these fertilizers must be kept in a safe place because they're good for the plants. For the plants. So it's used in farming. So animals must be kept away and humans must stay away from those poisonous chemicals because they are used for plantation of crops. And the last part then 131, making fertilizers also emits greenhouse gases. When they talk about greenhouse gases, they talk about those plants. There are plants that are under the shelter. They build a big shelter where they have those plants inside the net. greenhouse. It's called a greenhouse because they are being avoided from the sun, so the sunlight heat cannot come straight to them because they will kill the plants and animals. And also they're introducing us to something called global warming. So many fertilizers also emit greenhouse gases that contribute to global warming. You will learn more about global warming on the next page that follows, which is next time. We will also focus on global warming. What is it? What it has to do with the environment. Then you will learn more. Okay. Thank you. That is all for grade 5.